next presenter? She is truly an impactor. Media and community impact. She's a dynamic media personality, educator, and community advocate who turned a single radio call into a global platform. As CEO, you get it? CEO, meaning owner as well. Get with the Fix Digital Caribbean Radio, she leads a network of voices across the diaspora while balancing academia, public service, and nonprofit work that continues to uplift communities worldwide. And who could this fascinating woman be? None other than Dr. MichelleG, otherwise known as Dr. MichelleG. Put your hands together and welcome her to the Rising stage. Pleasure to see you. Pleasure to see you.
Hi, Stacy. Oh, my mic's not on. No. Hi, Stacy.
Fellow broadcaster, fellow media compadre, and it is my pleasure to bestow upon you the City Council citation for being an outstanding citizen and under the authority and the esteem of both the Writers' Summit and the City of New York. It is my pleasure to present to you this citation. Well deserved.
Thank you. Thank you. Good evening, good afternoon. My name is Dr. MichelleG, but you could just call me MichelleG, that's fine as well. As Stacy said, I am the owner and CEO of Get With The Fix Radio, a digital platform based out of New Jersey. I currently have about 15 DJs who play on the station 24/7 in Guyana, Jamaica, the US, Atlanta, all over the world. The reason I started Get With The Fix Radio was I was on a different platform, and during the pandemic, that radio station closed down. And I wanted to continue doing what I was doing, which is giving out information and interviewing different people. So I started my own Get With The Fix Radio with a table and a chair. That's how I started, and a microphone, and a console that I had to learn how to play music, because I do that as well. And now I have my full-blown studio in my home, which was a wine cellar that I turned into an entire radio station, because this is what I love doing. But I'm Guyanese born, but everybody thinks that I'm Jamaican. I'm not. I just love the culture. And of course, we all are one at the end of the day. So my presentation today basically is talking about interviewing and the things that you shouldn't do, how to get your music, and those sorts of things. So is my presentation? Okay, so first of all, what you should do before requesting an interview and during an interview. I'm glad I brought my laptop because my slides are not showing. First of all, you need to go to the interviewer's page. I encourage everybody that jumps in my inbox, my Instagram, whatever the case may be, go check me out before you decide you want to interview with me, okay? And do your own research on that person. With me, no one gets the same interaction, right? I go off of your energy, and it's not easy. Sometimes I'm pulling teeth like a dentist to get questions answered, but I've learned over the years how to do this, okay? Do not answer a question just yes or no. My questions are very in-depth, while fun. Some people want to say yes, no. That means that you're not prepared for your interview. Answer your questions with more information. And oh my gosh, please watch your language. Because the F words, the B words, all of these things, Sometimes artists get very energetic and those words come out. Let's talk your bio, okay? This is so important, and a lot of people don't know that. I usually don't look at bios because I'm a researcher at heart. I have a PhD, so I like to go look things up. And I do my own research, but a lot of other interviewers don't do that. So your bio should basically list who you are, your first name, last name, whatever name you go by, your accomplishments, like let people know everything that you've done, your music projects, like we need to know why I'm talking to you. Why should we have this conversation? Your story is very important because everybody has a story. Your social media handles, and nobody should have to wonder who you are, right? Because sometimes I get bios with this much information and I'm like, oh, okay. What does that mean, right? So be as detailed as possible as you can. The do's and don'ts of photos, and I'm going to apologize for my guy over here. People literally send me photos like this for interviews. Why don't you have a professional photo as an artist, as a creative, as a brand maker, whatever you are? Why don't you have a professional photo? One time, I said to this artist, I need a photo for your flyer so I can send it to my graphic designer. He literally sent me his private part. Literally. What am I going to do with that? And I blocked him immediately, right? So be mindful that some people send me group pictures, but you're the only artist. What, you want my graphic designer to work as harder than necessary? The weed smoking. I get a lot of these. Okay, that's not why we're gonna have a conversation. We're here to talk about you and your product, okay? And the wine, the liquor, Caribbean people love a cup in their hand. That red cup. I don't know what it is about that red cup, but that red cup, that's the pictures that people send me all the time. And I'm like, you're making my graphic designer work more harder than necessary. So please, send me professional photos. So photos like these are what's appropriate, right? You can automatically tell she's a DJ, a doctor, maybe he's, I don't know, somebody doing something, and she is a professional woman. You can automatically tell once you send those photos. What I have people do is send me about 3 or 4 photos, and then I send them to my graphic designer, and he decides which one works best. Timing, oh my God. Oh my goodness. This is the worst one when you are Black and Caribbean. We don't know time. We don't know time, right? So be on time for your interview, no matter if it's in Zoom or in person. I do all kinds of different kinds of interviews. It's better that the interviewer is late than you are, okay? Because it shows lack of professionalism if you're late, and lack of professionalism if they're late, right? But you could tell them about themselves if they're late, but you shouldn't be late, okay? It's better for you to cancel an interview than not to show up. You don't know who I know, and I don't know who you know, right? Me standing here, I could know 5 people in this building, and I walk in and see that, oh, you canceled the interview on me. And then you ask that next person, who we all work together for an interview, I'm gonna say, oh, they don't show up, so don't even bother, okay? So it's best to just cancel before not showing up. Do some research exactly on when you are going to release your project. And I actually just came across something on social media that this young man was talking about. A lot of artists are releasing music on Friday at midnight. And he's saying it's no longer working, that you need to pick a Tuesday now so that people can see it for the rest of the week, right? That Friday, Saturday, you're like, I don't care about social media, I'm outside. And it's getting warmer. So release your music now on a Tuesday during the week instead of on a Friday. How to send music. Okay. First of all, put your name in the subject area. Say good morning, evening, not hey brother. What's up? Yo, sir. Yo, son. I get this all the time, and my name is Michelle. Where are you getting son and bro from? I'm not sure, but I get that all the time, right? Your music should come with a snippet of what the song is about. So I work with a lot of PRs who when they send music over to me, it has a snippet of what the song is, who is on the song, what the song is about. A lot of people are not doing that. You should also send a link to purchase your song, right? Because even though I download a lot of music and have different apps that I use, I also purchase artist music because it's important that you guys get that money. Okay, so I purchase, I give back, and I pay for my stuff as well. The audio should be labeled. It should not be. I get a lot of audio 2026 0008, and I have to go find the name of the song. Why? I'm not the artist. I'm an interviewer, right? I get that a lot. And what I send back is, I'm not playing this because I'm not going to go find the name of your song. Please send it back appropriately with the name, and we can go from there. This happens too a lot of times with management. A lot of managers will send their artist music over like this, and I'm like, and sometimes I say to the artist, do you think you have the right team? Because why is that happening? Right? Next slide. Promotion. I'm really big on promotion. I'm on social media probably every day, all day long, looking for things, looking for different ways to do things. My graphic designer, he does a flyer for every interview that I do. And I do my shows on Wednesdays, so I do about 2 interviews a night from 7 to 9 p.m. And when I send my flyers, I expect them to be on your page. I expect to see it. This is not for me. This is for you. Your audience should know that these things are happening. And this is how I know when people are serious or not, when they don't post a flyer. Or if they don't feel that I'm big enough, or on stage or somebody else picks them up, they'll put that one up, and I have to beg them to put my flyer. So what I do is I say, thank you for your services. Have a good day. I'm not doing it. And I reserve that right to do that, okay? Next slide. Where interviews shouldn't be. So a lot of times I will say, I have a list of things that I send to management, PRs, and those types of things about where interviews shouldn't be. You should never have an interview in a dark car, because this is your brand. And how am I going to see you? I won't be able to see you, right? Unless you're having some type of emergency. Carrie, that was here earlier, Alkaline's manager, I interviewed her this Wednesday, and she just got off the plane. So I was like, okay, we're fine. But she told me that before we did the interview. So she was in the car driving to where she's going, and we did the interview that way. That's fine. Just let the person know what's happening in your life at the time, because cars are fine, but make sure I can see you, or the person that's interviewing you can see you as well. We should not be having interviews in the bathroom. Yeah, people do that. People do that. They'll go live from the bathroom. We shouldn't be doing that, because again, this is your brand, and you should not be doing that as well. You should not be on a bus unless the bus unless you have some type of noise cancellation device, then that's fine. No noises. Remember all the time that this is your brand. It has nothing to do with me. It's your brand. And if this is how you want to show your brand, when I post my stuff, it goes to different places and people will see this is the type of person that you are. So you don't want that to happen. Somebody was up here earlier talking about social media. I don't remember who it was. But if I go to your social media, you request to interview from me, I go to your social media, and I can't determine if you are a model, an artist, a chef, a whatever, then I have a problem, right? Social media is perfect and fine, but if I go to your page and you say you're an artist, but all you have is pictures all the way down, you're not an artist. I shouldn't have to swipe to see reels. Your reel should actually be on your page. Yes, you can have a few photos, but make sure that we are able to see who you are. And your page should never be private. Regardless of what business you have, your page needs to be public. I shouldn't have to request you to see what you have going on. If you are an interviewer, I've been doing this since 2014. And as an interviewer, I want you to understand that people will come after you. Friends you thought you had, people who used to work with you, all of those things, once they see that you're growing, they will start to attack your brand, right? I don't know why, but it's natural. Know your subject, okay? Know parts of their song. If you are reviewing an album, know the songs before you start your interview with an artist. Make sure you have that information, because then you get to ask the fun questions in regards to the song. And it makes the interview go really quicker and faster. Always remember that you are the brand. This is your work. You are in charge of every aspect of your career. Trademarking. So this is so important, and I don't know if anyone in this room has gone through the process of trademarking. It is so important. I'm in the process of finishing up right now, and this allows you to keep your name, your brand, your product, because people will try to steal it. I got a phone call from someone who says he's in Florida and Get With The Fix is his, okay? So it will cost you money, but make sure that you do it, all right? And I think that's it for me. Any questions?
So, you trademark.
When you trademark,
How
much does it roughly cost?
Roughly, maybe about close to $3,500. But you have to get an attorney. It's best that you get an attorney to do the process, because the things that they put you through, you won't know what to do with it. For me, they asked me to write advertising on the website. I didn't know I had to do that. And that's how mine went forward. Anybody else? Somebody has a hand back there.
Hi, I'm just curious. Why did you decide to go get your PhD? That's not easy.
It wasn't. I don't know. After I got my master's degree, I just decided that I wanted to go back to school. And I went back to school, and that process, there was actually a Black professor, a woman, who told me that my topic was crap and I wouldn't make it. And unfortunately, the school got too expensive that I had to leave anyway, so that was God working, I guess. And I went to a different school and met a wonderful, amazing chair who worked me all the way through the process. But for me, with my PhD, I love to teach, so I teach college as well, and that's what I want to do for the rest of my life. But it was just being a Black Guyanese immigrant girl, like, let me see how far I can push it. My mother brought me here for this American dream, so I'm gonna give her the dream, and that's it. Thank you, guys.
Dr. MichelleG, Dr. MichelleG.